Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we unearth the truth buried in corporate filings. Maybe their latest amendment is not as boring as it sounds. So we've got a filing from Darling Ingredients Incorporated, a company that processes animal byproducts and waste fats into various ingredients for food feed. And fuel, you'd think this would be a pretty straightforward company, but even here there are stories to uncover. Today we're looking at an amendment to a filing, a bit of a correctional or supplemental report that gives us a little more colour on a leadership change. This is an amendment to a Form 8K, which essentially means something new or corrected needed to be added after the original report was filed. The original report that came out on the 26th of September 2025 announced that Matt Jansen, their Chief Operating Officer for North America, had departed from his role. Well, this amendment, dated the 6th of October 2025, is adding more details to that story, really about what happened immediately after his departure. So the initial report told us Mr. Jansen left on the 26th of September. Now we learn that on the 6th of October, just a little over a week later, Mr. Jansen and Darling Ingredients entered into a general release agreement. Think of this as a formal agreement where both sides sign off on the terms of separation, and usually the employee agrees not to sue the company for anything that happened while they worked there. And what are those terms? Well, beyond any standard severance, Mr. Jansen is going to be paid an extra $500,000. Now, this is just a payout for leaving. He is agreeing to provide advisory services to the company from the date of the agreement all the way until the 26th of March 2026. So he is essentially acting as a consultant for a period after he is no longer an executive officer. This fee is being paid in equal monthly installments during this advisory period, which is good for him as it provides a steady income stream. But what is he giving up in return for this advisory fee? He is agreeing to a general release, which means he is giving up his right to sue the company for any past issues. He is also agreeing to stick to some pretty strict rules. These include keeping company secrets confidential, returning all company property, which we'd expect. But also no poaching Darling's employees, no interfering with their business, and no bad-mouthing the company, non-disparagement, and no competing directly with Darling Ingredients. So while he gets a payout and a consultancy role, he is also signing away his freedom to work for competitors or use what he learned against them for a period. Now, the really interesting part for us here is that this agreement, the General Release Agreement, is filed as an exhibit and attachment to this report. This means we can technically see the full document if we wanted to delve into the precise wording of everything. The filing itself doesn't give us raw financial numbers here because this amendment is mainly about disclosure of a specific agreement related to an officer's departure. But these kinds of agreements are crucial for understanding the behind-the-scenes operations and potential risks or liabilities. A company wouldn't pay out $500,000 and demand non-compete clauses without a reason, and it shows they value Mr. Jansen's knowledge and want to prevent him from using it elsewhere. This report is signed by John F. Sterling, the Executive Vice President and General Counsel. This is standard practice for these types of filings and signals that the legal department has overseen and approved this disclosure. Looking at this filing, it's not about a big financial change or a new product launch. It's a peek behind the curtain at how companies manage executive transitions. The initial report was simple: Mr. Jansen left. This amendment shows that the departure was structured through an agreement that involves ongoing payments and significant restrictions on Mr. Jansen's future actions. For Darling Ingredients, this means they've likely secured a period of stability without Mr. Jansen actively working for a competitor and potentially mitigating any legal risks. It's a common practice, but the details like the advisory fee and the specific clauses in the release agreement tell a story about the value this executive held, and the company's desire for a smooth and controlled separation. The fact that they are detailing this agreement shows a commitment to transparency, albeit in a very specific area. Darling Ingredients appears to be proactively managing risks associated with a key executive's exit. They are not just letting someone walk away, they are carefully constructing the terms of their departure to protect their interests. Alright, that is our breakdown of Darling Ingredients Inc.'s latest filing amendment. What is your take on how companies manage these executive transitions? Do these kinds of agreements feel fair, or do they put too many restrictions on individuals? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.